Hi, Ashley here with the Senebusiness tracker, and today I'm going to talk you through a couple updates that have been made to the spreadsheet for um, basically carrying over to a future year. And there are also some people who have previously purchased the basic Senebusiness, which I've basically just gone away with, and now only this deluxe version is available. And it's because really the two did the exact same thing. So I'll walk you through the additional tab that the Deluxe has, as well as how to update for next year's inventory. Okay, so here's the new spreadsheet, and when you open it, this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to come over here to the new tab that's been input, and it's called the Prior Year Carryover tab. Okay, so when you look in the Prior Year Carryover tab, there are 3 columns. And these are the columns that you're going to be updating in order to bring in your inventory from the year before. That's the product number, available inventory, and the average cost of goods purchased. Now you're probably wondering, where do I get this information? And I'm about to show you. It's super easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to your original spreadsheet that you had, and you should go to your available inventory tab. And so when you go to this available inventory tab, you're going to see a couple things on here. You'll see basically the product name, your available inventory, and your cost of goods purchased. So this is what you should have from the previous year. If you want to, I would right click to refresh and then hit this drop down just to make sure you have all of the numbers that are not negatives checked and say OK. And this will make sure that you've got all the inventory accounted for before you transfer it over to the new sheet. Okay, so then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to click on the table, and you should see this thing called the pivot table field list pop up. If you don't, come over here to this options at the very top, click on that, and then you're going to click on this button that says field list. So I'll show you. If I click on it, it went away, click again, it comes back. All right, so what you're going to do now is you're basically going to take what says product number or product name here, and you're going to just click on it and drag it off, and you can see basically everything goes away. And instead you're going to take this product number, you're going to click on it, and then you're going to drag it down here to where it says row labels. Okay, so now you have your product numbers, your available inventory, and your cost of goods purchased. And guess what? Those are the columns that you need in your new spreadsheet. So you're going to just basically take your table, highlight all of it, and you'll right click and say copy. And then you're going to come over here to your other spreadsheet, come in here, you're going to right click, and then you're going to click on this little clipboard that has the 1, 2, 3 on it, and see how it says values. So again, that's a right click, and then under paste options, you're going to click on this one. You'll input it in there, and now you have your total cost of inventory, as well as the cost of each individual item and your available inventory. So now, if we come over to your available inventory list here, and we right click and refresh, those items are on there. Now, so in the future, when you do this carryover, you won't have to worry about changing the table. I've actually input both tables into the new spreadsheet with the product number and the product name, so that next year you can just come in here and highlight the product number and this table, and then you'll be good to go. Okay, the only other thing that's a little bit different, I haven't ever covered this in one of my tutorials, is this tab called the customer orders. So if you're a basic Senebusiness user, and this is your first time using the Deluxe, this will be a new tab. So this customer orders tab is basically just a place that you can go in and you can update, well, it automatically updates, and it's a way for you to track what your different customers have purchased in the past. You can put in loyalty qualifications. So let's say I want to find everyone who's placed 5 or an order for 5 items. It'll actually come in here and highlight those for you. Maybe you change it to 20 items and it goes away. Maybe you say I want anyone who's spent over $100 and I want it to highlight that. So it'll highlight those. You can actually collapse these down to where you don't see the individual items. You can just see the individual name. And you can right click click and maybe like expand the entire field, it'll open them all back up. Under this filter button, this is where you'll click your different customers and what their orders are. And it's just like your available inventory tab. To refresh the page after you've entered data on your other tabs, you'll just right click and hit refresh. Make sure that you've clicked all of the row labels. Oops, sorry. Click on the customer name and then make sure you clicked all the row labels and say OK, and it'll refresh for you. So it's pretty easy tab to navigate. The main things to remember, always right click and refresh, and then make sure that you've got everything selected in your row labels. But otherwise, it should be fairly simple to use. So I am so happy that you are all following along and that you're loving your spreadsheet. If you have questions, definitely let me know. And